Well, there isn't much that you can say is good about your heating and air conditioning going out on your own house, unless you're a scrapper, and then you have material to scrap. So here's what we got after they replaced the heating and air conditioning in my house. So you've got the internal components here and here, the big fan that moves the air around, the heat exchangers, the heating elements, and then we've got the great big heavy compressor coil and heat exchanger that is outside. So my plan is I'm going to go ahead and get these into the shark cage, break those down in the shark cage, and the big heavy compressor coil, we're going to do some work on that in the back of the truck to try to get the weight down to some manageable chunks. The guys from the air conditioning company helped me. The one young guy, he just lifted this thing up all by himself and put it up there. This part isn't that heavy. Well, that worked out well. The tire repair guys, the Go Mobile guys, had a Saturday run, so they just pulled out and that opens up the bay for me. That's pretty cool. This outside unit is where the magic of a refrigeration unit really happens. There's two big heavy things in here, the fan motor, and then there's the compressor in the down at the bottom that you'll see. And you know, this is where the refrigerant comes into the heat exchanger, gives up its energy to the outside environment, and then gets compressed again and shoved back into the internal system. It's really fascinating the way air conditioning systems work. But that's beyond the scope of this, so let's just get back to scrapping. Many injuries. Let's see. There's an easy way to get you out and get you cut. Yeah, just like that, dummy. That's the easy way to get that cut. Let's see here. Aha, good. Ka-dunk. There we go. Doesn't matter where I put you, you're going to be in the way. I just know it. All right. And we got a nice motor. That's the other heavy part. So, let's see if those are 1/4 inch. They are. Cool. This one. Panel getting at the caps and everything. Now I got to be careful with those caps because this was just charged. Had electricity going to it not that long ago.
So you can see how it was jury rigged once before. Alright. There you go. Not worried about those guys anymore. There we go. Ugh. Unfortunately, I can't get to the scrapyard today because they're shut down on Saturdays. But I do want to be careful not to drip oil out of there all over the place. Got some screws hanging on down here still. Let's just spin you around a little bit. Must have a screw hanging on down there too. Out of the way. You guys can run that. Yeah, this guy's good. Right, it's another piece of shred. I bet you the light sucks right now because the door closed. Hopefully the camera adjusted to the light. All right. There we go. All right, I'm going to leave you right where you are right now because I want to cut those ends off of that. That might be easier to do when it's up there. Probably was easiest to do when it was up here. Well, not exactly cleanest cut. It will accomplish the purpose. There we go. All right, now I want to cut you there. Let's get you guys off of there. Hi. Okay. My Sawzall is going to bang into that if I leave that there. And then I won't be able to get as close to the edge as I want to. So, let's just cut those guys off real quick. Now, purists who are trying to go after the maximum value of copper would approach this a little bit differently than I'm going to. I'm just getting it cut down. Little gold elbows. Returns, whatever they're called. A little bit squirrely on that one. Come on, you. Off you go. Here we go. Okay. All right, we'll get the copper off of those. Pop those guys off. I think I have to take off the, this doesn't have to come off, but it's got to come off because it might be blocking some screws that have to come off. So there we go. There we go. Yeah, this one necessarily this works, but it's fine. All right, now then. Yeah, I had a feeling it was hiding some screws on me. Yeah, the other screws. Where else might we have screws? some more nice big chunks of copper. Goopy tape. Catch pan for the condensate. The condensate would come out of there. You are the culprit. Right there. There we go. Okay. Now then, let's get you out of the way. Yeah, let's just cut this wire, get this thing out of the way. Okay, low-grade board, transformer. Big air handling motor there. And there's brass plug-ins on there if you are so motivated to go after those. Get that out of the way. Get that. Well, they're still there even if you're not motivated to get them. So this was a gas heater, and this was the gas. So you saw how this was lined up like that. That's where the gas flames would shoot. So you'd have the gas flame shooting down into there, into the heat exchanger. The air would blow over it and get hot. There's where those are the nozzles for the flames. So that's brass. That's steel. So you've got the brass there, and then this is the regulator. So assuming I can get the steel off of the regulator, I'll chuck that in with the regulators from the gas grills for the dirty aluminum. Good shot, Sharky. Just missed the whole freaking thing. That's the exhaust fan for taking the gas exhaust out of the house, out of the burner, because you don't want to have exhaust gas in your house that kill you. There we go. And those would be the rest of the nozzles for the heater assembly. All right. That motor, I'm hoping it's not going to be too hard. What I'm thinking is if I can get it unscrewed there and there, tip it, and then it looks like it'll slide out. Don't see any other screws on that slide plate, so let's tip it over and see if that motor slides out. That's entirely too easy. Something's not right. That's just way too easy. So, those plates are probably some sort of higher grade steel. Because they have to resist the really high temperatures. But my yard is, when I ask them about steel, I usually get steel as steel. So I don't expect that there's going to be any differentiation with them. And I am going to really quick get my magnet and just make sure that it's ferrous. Well, you are. I knew you were going to be. Yeah. Yep. So they might be some sort of higher end steel, but they're still just ferrous. So, all right, that's all I'm going to do on this thing then. It can just go like that. This is the float switch. It was in the condensate drain, and the idea here is that if the condensate drain backs up, the float comes up, it shuts off, and you don't it's one of the people in the building getting a little carried away, and that way you don't have condensate dripping all over your house. And that's really important when these things are in basements and attics. Mine was in my garage, so wouldn't have been the end of the world, but it still would have been a mess. This is a nice birdcage motor kind of air mover thing here. You guys taken apart. think one of the guys in one of the suites here, he's just having a little too much fun making funny noise voices. Okay, let's get you off of there. What size? You're looking kind of big. Bet you're not that big. There we go. So the rotor got jammed up inside there. I wasn't able to just, break the motor out that way. So I have taken off the bands that were holding it together. This frame was just pressed together. So now we can get the motor out of here. And now I think we'll be able to see if we can convince it to play now. Yeah. All right, watch my fingers down here. You'll see the nut. See the nut coming off down there? All right. Now, we might be able to get the rotor out of there and then have the copper motor part. Come down like that. There we go. That's what we were trying to do. Because that's all just steel, so that's what we wanted right there. Yeah, let's confirm that you are copper. I'm thinking you are because you're pretty old. Yep. Copper. And we got to get that motor open and clean up a few brass and copper bits and clean that up, and we're golden. So, got to get the cage done though. Got to get everything cleaned up, get ready to get packed out of here.
I had a lot of fun taking apart this HVAC. I wish it wasn't from my own house, but hey, what are you going to do? If you had a good time watching me, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, the little red one in the lower right hand corner if you haven't already done that. I got a link that's going to pop up here. Take you to some more of my fun scrapping videos. All right, everybody, have a great day. Be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.